What is going on, everybody, and welcome to Overwatch Grand Finals. So exciting. It's finals week. This is the last of our grand finals to be played out here in NECC play. I'm joined by Schlitzen for today's commentary.
Hello.
Very excited to see the matchup between these two teams. We have Chico Red, who have yet to, I believe they've only lost 2 maps on the entire season, versus our Tarleton State Purple, who have made it so far, played so well throughout all our time here. We have Zor starting it out on the Sojourn. Let's take a look at the rest of the comp here. Foul on the Soldier. Fried Rice starting on the Malga.
Something has to change.
Bob on Kiriko. Dampish Penny on Ana. We're actually gonna get a last minute swap here to Lucio. Just kidding. I kind of got faked out by Dampish Penny there. Anyway, Tarleton's gonna decide to push towards the right here as Chico make their way onto the site immediately. This Monkey's gonna get zoned off by his team, and Anti in a quick kill there. Dampish Penny gets traded 1-for-1. That is a nice start here for Tarleton. And second kill going on from Zorse. As now Tarleton getting priority, gonna work their way straight onto the bomb site here. And they should be able to capture this objective with no issues. Good tracking there from a combination of Zorse and Vowel.
Yeah, the sector going into both Sojourn and Soldier may not be the greatest pick, just because of just aerial mobility.
I just want to point out something real quick. I don't know why, but I'm being forced to like click through to swap. Usually I can click the numbers to insta swap, so it's gonna take me a little more effort here. As Bob's actually gonna get caught out here in the beginning. He's gonna be traded out by Fried Rice. Both supports going down for Tarleton. Zor's gonna be followed up on by Jammin'. And now it's just Fried Rice to try and stall at this point for as long as possible before Tarleton looks to reset. And Fried Rice is actually gonna opt to just hop off the map here after gaining 37%. Tarleton State lose control of the site to Chico.
Yeah, it does seem like Tarleton needs to be wary of the dive comp that Chico is running, just because of the fact of that was the second time Dampish Penny getting caught off guard.
Yeah, without a doubt, the Winston's going to be an issue. It has to be prioritized here by the Tarleton players, keeping track of where he is and having good, clear communication. Dampish Penny going to do some big damage onto the Genji, forcing the fall back. It's actually going to kill is going to go to Vowel there, so they do able to get the finish on him. Kitsune going to be followed up on. Second kill here coming from Dampish Penny. Dampish Penny going to get a third. Both supports are taken out for Chico, and now instantly control the sites, given up after they kind of go match for match, 37 to 36%. It is going to be the visor used there at the end too, but without a doubt, a good fight there for him.
Swap here.
Yeah,
Moira is just a great swap here, just because the Genji and the being able to just stop their diving just by hitting the shift.
Without a
Makes
doubt,
it so so much harder for them to flood onto the supports.
Great job there from Tarleton. This Genji's going to be a little bit on his own, but seems like he'll be all right. He'll get himself out of there. Jammin' going to go in quickly here, try to make a play onto Zorse. Bob's going to be the first one to fall. And now all the players from Tarleton are going to eventually fall down here after the Kitsune rush is used. That's the other thing. I can't really see ult economy either, which is weird. This isn't like normal for spectator for when I've been in this game, so not sure why that is. Maybe it'll fix itself in the next map, but
yeah,
nevertheless.
In the last fight, the visor was used by Soldier. I believe Kitsune as well. And I believe we'll have both all three of Malga ult, most likely Moira ult, and Soldier now.
Yeah, Malga Cage about to be available as well. Chico did invest in Kitsune there. It's going to be a peel attempt from Fried Rice. He's not quick enough to get to Vowels. He'll go down, but it is going to be a trade coming through from Zorse. So it's still a 4 versus 4, a winnable fight here for Tarleton as Fried Rice charges his way in. Dealing big damage onto the Winston. Not quite going down. It's going to be the Blade invested as well. He's going to get fouled by Dampish Penny. Zorse falling off the map.
Great pick by Dampish there.
But denying that Blade was massive, and that's a good cage there from Fried Rice. He's going to get 2. Amazing stuff. Dampish Penny getting the finish onto the Lucio. And Tarleton only having the control of the site for a few moments longer. Sitting at about 85%. Vowel's going to return to the action. Zorse ready with his ultimate.
Believe they have enough percentage to guarantee at least an overtime.
We're gonna stay on Zorse here, see if he can have some impact on this. What could be the final fight here? It's gonna be the beat invested first. Val's gonna get found by Phoenix fails, and it's gonna be the Winston falling down. Huge 2 picks for Zorse. Another one going for Dampish Penny. High noon invested. They're just trying to zone these players off. They're gonna get the touch from Genji, trading Kitsunes, and the action doesn't stop. Zorse eventually gonna fall. It's gonna be Fried Rice to try and stall this out for as long as he can. Maybe even win the fight. A huge stomp from Fried Rice, getting 2 and winning the point for Tarleton.
That was just well played by everyone. Just especially the pick with Coalescence on the Genji blade, making that fight so much more winnable in Tarleton's favor, with just immediately knocking out that ult economy.
I think Zor's doing an amazing job zoning these players off of the site in those final few seconds, kind of sort of staggering them in as they, and then finding the tank first was obviously huge in the direction that was about to go. So really well done. Good ult economy management from Tarleton as they go up 1-0 here on control.
For the other team here, you got to be a little bit more wary of your positioning as Winston there. Just being separated from your supports right there is just something that you can't really have.
Well, here we go. Tarleton's going to elect to go with the same comp.
Does seem like I forgot the other team's name. They are going to switch
Chico.
to Ramacha, Reaper. Seems like they're going to keep the... Oh, they got some Metro as well now.
A little more brawl heavy. Maybe a few headshots landed from Vowel as control of the site has been established here by Chico once again early. It's going to be Fried Rice to put some pressure on them. Gets slept. Gonna be... Oh man, he's taking heavy hit damage. Gonna be forced to reposition. Dampish Penny gonna fall first to a nice headshot from Stark. Gonna be traded out by Zorse, so a nice 1-for-1, but losing 1 support. You saw the early damage Malgo was taking. It's gonna be hard for Tarleton to try and establish anything without Dampish Penny's return. That was doing a bit of zoning here on the Reaper. Gonna take this 1 versus 1. And he's gonna win it. Big pick there for Vowel. As now Tarleton can look to engage here in the next few seconds. Zor's gonna be taken down pretty low. Bob's gonna get him back up. A nice Suzu too to remove that effect off of Fried Rice, keeping both these players alive. And Vowel's gonna find a triple kill now as he continues to go in. Dampish Penny taking out the tank, and now it's just the Reaper. Bob's gonna lose his life, but after Fried Rice takes him down, it is site control for Tarleton after 40%.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was wondering how Tarleton's going to play against the Symmetra. Just Symmetra being able to poke so well with their right click. But they were able to get a good flank, I believe, on the right side there to get the 2 supports out. Vowel doing such a nice job.
Finding a triple. It's going to be a quick TP here on the site from Chico as they immediately go, and Visor's going to be used from Vowel. Followed up by their Matrol. They're doing big damage to each other, trading each other out. But no one's going to fall down just yet. It's the Reaper invested and shut down by Zorse. But the 2 picks are going to be traded out in favor of Chico. Now it's a 3 versus 3. Fried Rice doing as much as he can. That wall is going to be nice. Going to be hard for Tarleton to get through. We'll see if Dampish Penny chooses to invest the Coalescence. Actually, he doesn't quite have it yet. It's going to be Bob who had his ult, but he'll fall. This fight's still going. It's not quite over yet, but eventually Chico are going to win it out as Phoenix fails, takes down the final 2 players from Tarleton.
Seems like we are going to change over to Reaper instead of the Soldier. I believe this is a pretty good pick just because of the Ramacha. Just getting a lot more burst damage.
Trying to match some of their brawl with a little bit of brawl around. We have a cage available. We'll see how it gets used.
Yeah, I believe
Fried Rice elects to go straight in.
Cage and Kitsune.
Yeah, Fried Rice going to go ahead and go in here and land a massive cage. It's going to be Vowel trading out the Reaper. Bob's going to go down as well, but not before using his Kitsune. Vowel getting found by Jam in here, so now Tarleton in a disadvantage. A nice anti landed onto Fried Rice, but he's going to keep himself alive for now. Zor's finding 1 kill. Fried Rice going to go down to Jammin finding a triple in this fight. And now that Reaper's back and the Ramacha ult's been invested, I don't know what Tarleton can do here. 95%, they have to find a way to touch. But it's going to be pretty difficult. It looks like Dampish Penny was able to work his way on site, but he's going to fall down. Kitsune invested. Bob taking out 1. Vowel will go down as well. But Tarleton's just running out of resources, running out of time, and it's going to be Chico to take that one. We're 1-1 on control.
Yeah, nothing significantly bad from Tarleton there. Just barely losing the brawls. There's just very little. They just have to do something about the healers in the back, healing up that Ramacha. That Ramacha not even dying to the extra burst damage that Reaper provided.
It just seems like we're already getting a preview to what the series is going to look like. We're 1-1 in control going into the final point here. Very closely contested maps. It's kind of what you like to see out of a grand finals. And Dampish Penny doing what he could there at the end with the coalescence to try and touch for his team, but at the end it wasn't enough. Chico take the point, and now Tarleton looks to hopefully gain priority first here, as Chico has been able to do so on the first 2 points of control. And yeah, Fried Rice is going to work his way immediately onto site. It's going to be Ramatra to try and zone Zorse away. Val's going to fade back. It's going to be a May locked in as well, so a slight change here for the side of Chico.
May's pretty good on this point specifically, just because of the right side choke wall, and you see it there. Just being able to put up that May wall makes it.
Val's going to get anti. He's going to be forced to TP away from the fight. Meantime, Fried Rice is taking big damage. He's going to have to back up as well. So once again, it's going to be Chico to earn priority. Fried Rice getting walled off here. He's in a lot of trouble. He's going to try to get himself out. Doing what he can, drifting. Val's going to fall first to GG, not close. Zorse working his way out of there on 1 HP, but Fried Rice is going to keep himself alive, so Tarleton's still engaging in this fight, but eventually just getting completely zoned off. Jammin doing an amazing job, playing incredibly aggressive. Kitsune already earned and invested. Fried Rice is going to go down a big ante, and now Tarleton's on the run. Jammin finding a second onto Bob. And earning that ultimate so quickly, and the aggressiveness of Chico Red really paying off for them there. Very big Kitsune rush. Once again, Fried Rice kind of getting walled off here. He's just going to be forced to block while he gets healed up. It's going to be the May ult used. Going to be kited well here by Tarleton, actually, so no value there.
That was a great bell.
It is going to force the coalescence out of Dampish Penny, but nevertheless, oh man, big ultimates being invested now. Tarleton is getting destroyed. Jammin with a big double kill into Zorse and Bob. It's a triple for Jammin, as that seemed like it caught Tarleton completely by surprise, as the aggression from Chico Red does not stop. It's going to be swap on the Bastion here, trying to deal with some of this brawl and cut through this Ramatra, who just continues to block Fried Rice, once again getting walled off. It's going to be the Reaper invested. A nice Suzy from Bob to keep himself alive, and a good sleep there from Dampish Penny. Let's see if Tarleton able to finally break through. Zorse finding first pick.
We are finally getting one.
We might get a Kitsune rush out of Bob here soon. There it is. And now Tarleton looks to engage. It's going to be Val to find it onto Phoenix Fails. Fried Rice with another one onto the Ana. Another good sleep landed from Dash Penny. Nice flick onto Stark, and eventually Tarleton will clean up house, but not before Chico Red gets to 99%.
I believe the Bastion pick is probably one of the better picks here, just because getting rid of that wall as fast as you can is very important, especially for the tank.
Yeah, it's a good lock into main. Actually, a pick there found by Val onto Stark, so nice job. Some of that poke from him and Zorse doing big work there. We'll see if Tarleton's able to replicate kind of what Chico Red were doing in this choke point. But Chico are actually going to adapt to it a little bit. They're going to go left. So Tarleton has to now reposition and kind of adapt to that. National Ramatra are available. There's the Nano and the Ramatra being used. That's big damage from Fried Rice. We go on to him. Stark's running for his life. He's going to be able to live temporarily, but finding first pick on the Suzy is nice. A second one from Bob onto GG, not close. Vowel will get taken down. This Ramatra's under heavy fire, as Vowel will go down as well. It's going to be up to Zorse and I believe Dampish to try and get something done, but it's Phoenix Fails with the triple. Stark taking out Dampish at the end, and it looks like it's going to be all wrapped up here, as Chico Red might be able to take control. It's going to be a quick touch here from Vowel as he swaps onto the Tracer, trying to do what he can, but at the end of the day, it's not enough. Chico Red take control. They're up 1-0. Take a look.
There wasn't necessarily anything there was not much issues from Tarleton's side, just Chico being able to shut down any attacks that Tarleton tried to play. Yeah,
I'd argue on this third control point, as we see the play of the game here coming through from Jammin. Nice triple with their Matra ult combo with the Nano. They were able to just slowly invest ults into this choke point and get up to 99%. It's just too difficult for Tarleton to try and defend for that long, as a 1-1 team fight was enough to do it and put Chico Red over the line. So for the purpose of these finals, we won't be cutting the break. We're just gonna stay here and just kind of discuss the picks and bans, as it's up to Tarleton to now opt for hybrid or escort here on our second game here. Damage Penny's gonna go ahead and lock in hybrid, followed up by an insta ban of Parisio from the side of Chico Red. Now, hopefully, whatever spectator issues I'm having do fix themselves, or maybe I'm limited to just spectating the Tarleton players. Nevertheless, apologize for any issues with that. It's a little hard to track ult economy and certain other things during all the chaos. You gotta remember, this is a BO7 we're talking about for Overwatch Grand Finals, so it'll be the first 2-5 games. We'll win the series. So despite the 1-0 start, it was closely contested, and Tarleton has a lot more opportunities to try and come back in this one, as they discuss what their pick is going to be here for hybrid. Definitely talking this one over. And eventually they elect to settle on Numbani for hybrid. Likely going to see a few more of those poke characters locked in for Tarleton once again.
I personally always went Junkrat just because of the close choke point.
From what I'm aware of on this map, it's also a Winston map.
It's a Winston map, and I believe it's also an Ashe map.
So curious to see what kind of those dive poke hybrids look like for both these teams, as defending this first point kind of involves playing the high ground and maintaining control of that as defenders. We're gonna find out in the next few seconds here. Yeah, it looks like we're seeing kind of a full dive look from Tarleton. We're having the Tracer, Genji, Winston, as expected. Combo that
And
with the
kind of
Moira and the Kiriko.
Yep, and the anti-dive supports.
This looks like the best team in the solar system.
Tarleton will be starting on the attack here first. Have to capture this first point before they can begin pushing the cart. Yes, here we go. It's also going to be the Winston on the other side here.
On the other team, yeah.
First going to look here at the beginning of the round. Force the recall. Heals coming through for the enemy Sojourn.
It's like Torbjorn's also going to be played.
And there's Fried Rice looking to engage on the high ground. He's going to be taken down pretty low, and this Torb just pushes him, and power eventually will take him out. So Tarleton losing their tank early here might be forced to try and reset this fight. Good Suzu there from Bob to keep Vowel on his feet. But Jammin's eventually going to get the read and run him down. Zor's finding one before he's traded. Damage Penny trying not to stagger, but it's jamming to take him out. That's going to stall for a little bit of extra time here. Starting to look to re-engage. No changes to the composition just yet. Well, as I say that, it's going to be a Malga immediately swapped to by Fried Rice.
He overheard you.
We're also going to get the Cassidy from Vowel. Fried Rice going to be quickly slept and then immediately go in with the stomp. Man, these high ground positions are just so difficult to deal with if you're Tarleton. Fried Rice going to be playing around the pillar, trying to limit some of the damage he's taking. In the meantime, Vowel's going to fall first. Jammin finds him. But it is traded out, so they're going to get 1-for-1 here onto Power. Fried Rice looking to peel for his teammate, but Bob's going to go down. Let's see if he's able to isolate this Winston. Not quite. Jammin's able to get himself out of trouble. And so Tarleton being down numbers once again. Zor's almost knocked off the map. He's trying to do everything he can to keep this Winston off of him. That Primal's so tough to deal with, and his recall's not quite available yet, but he is still alive. Vowel and Zor's continuing to work this side of the map. Pulse Bomb not quite going to land there. Just a little bit short. Oh, and the Nano and Coalescence and 3 ultimates just quickly invested here from Chico. Bob's actually going to take down a second. So both supports have been eliminated, but obviously those 3 ultimates are more than enough here for Chico to continue to stall this one out. But that being said, we'll see what Tarleton has available to them. That's a great pick from Zorz. Zorz continues to work his magic. Eventually goes down, but Tarleton's still with an opportunity here. They have the Kitsune Rush available. Yeah, with the Kitsune Rush available, they have an opportunity to go in.
Change over to Reaper.
Yeah, the Reaper swap likely to deal with some of that pressure from the Winston. Oh man, the Ana not quite going out. Eventually will. Jammin will find Vowel though. See what Tarleton's able to do. That's a Juno ult invested.
We got Malgo ult as well.
Good peel there from Bob to keep Damage Penny on his feet, but it's going to be Jammin to get right in his face once again. Now Tarleton's kind of under. Has to get a move on here soon. We're limited to about 30 seconds. Cage is available for Fried Rice. But once again, these high ground positions are so tough to deal with. They're aware of the Zor's flank as well. Kitsune invested as well as the Cage. It's going to be Primal used in response. We'll see if the damage is enough. Yes, it will take out Jammin.
That's a great pick.
Follow-up's going to be from Dampish Penny.
Here.
Vowel will fall, but Tarleton's still with the advantage, and it looks like they are able to capture this one, coming down to the last second in those ultimates.
That was a great ultimate by Crispy Fried Rice, being able to lock out the Winston from his supports.
Yeah, it's exactly who you needed to grab, and the Primal wasn't enough to keep him alive in face of the Kitsune and all the damage coming through from Tarleton. We're going to get another swap from Vowel here, this time to Soldier. Zorz is going to get slept, and nice recall there to keep himself up. It's going to be an Ash swap here as well for the other side on Chico. Vowel's finding first pick onto Starks. That's nice. Tarleton's able to gain a little more ground here at this corner. Coalescence available for Dampish Penny.
I think that's going to just be the extent of all the ults on the side of Tarleton. I believe it's just going to be the bomb and the...
Okay, it's going to be 1-for-1. A good pulse there coming out from Zorz to trade out power. And I believe this point kind of is a little more Tarleton favored for their composition. Allows them to be a little bit more brawly, not have to worry about as many of these high ground positions anymore. Coalescence is going to be used by Dampish Penny, going to zone off the Juno. Jammin's going to get nanoed to keep himself alive. Vowel finding first pick onto GG, not close as this fight continues to go on. Nano not finding any value currently. Power's going to be taking down the 1 HP. Zor's going to look to finish him off. He'll get him.
Great pick by Zorz there.
And eventually, Tarleton cleans up house. It's just the honor remaining. Vowel will take him out, earning himself a double. Now with 2 minutes to go, Tarleton looks to secure this third point. Source and Valor finding another one here. Good stagger on the GG not close. Visor now available. Tarleton's looking much better after this first point.
Under my protection. There's a test subject.
Jam's gonna get spotted on height. So he looks to go and taken down to about half HP. Kitsune being popped by Bob to try and give Tarleton this corner. And it's finding a lot of impact. That's a double for Vowel. As he takes down both supports. GG not close to fall as well. Fried Rice not quite getting the finish, but he's almost got his cage up. And now we into the final stages of this point with 1:30 left to go. Tarleton is looking to zone these Chico red players off of it. As you can see, Fried Rice kind of getting right in their face, taking GG not close down to 1 HP. Bob's going to be popped. I don't think it quite hit his mark, though. Because, yeah, Tarleton are going to just basically kite this one out.
I believe that was 3 different ults just used right there from the side of Chico. It is going to find some value, though.
3 kills
Dampish
going in
Penny
favor of
getting
Chico. Dampish Penny finding himself a double before he falls down. Now it is just Bob. He'll go out. But still with 1 minute left to go and 3 ults invested from Chico. Tarleton still has an opportunity. We're going to get no switches. Cage at the ready along with Coalescence 15% away. See how Fried Rice looks to engage here. Kind of gets stuck on the cart there with his Malga charge.
Yeah, we do have cage here from Malga.
Fortunately, Bob's going to
Just
get
gotta
found
see how
before the
he
fight
utilizes
even
it.
starts. We're going to use the cage on the tank to try and find him, but Winston doing a good job playing around this cart. And yeah, that's the Primal invested as well, keeping himself alive. Dampish Penny will find first pick on the start, traded out onto Val by GG not close. Nando's invested as well, and this is going to be really difficult for Tarleton to find a way in. Dampish Penny is going to find one, but Fried Rice is looking very vulnerable here. He'll actually be the one to find Jammin'. All the kills going in favor of Tarleton. It looks like they're going to win this one. And they get it with 7 seconds left to go. I'll be honest, when I saw Winston playing around the cart, keeping himself up, and then the nano used on him, I kind of wasn't feeling very confident in Tarleton's chances on that final point, but they're able to get it done.
That was just well played by the supports, being able to stay alive during the whole fight, as well as just maintaining just basically out healing both the nano and the primal charge that both of those ultimates give for health. Just being able to keep up with both of those ults is just very much the win condition of that fight right there.
I think you really have to credit Tarleton for target prioritizing, taking out the Winston, focusing all their damage there, which is pretty necessary to try and win that one out. So they are able to capture all 3 points on Hybrid here. And we're going to have to see what their defense looks like. We're going to get a first look at Torbjorn in this series. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again. It's been a strong pick for Vowel all year long. Or all season long.
It does seem like seems to be a little bit more of a commonly played character just because Chico is also using it.
Yeah,
I may not know from other teams, but it does seem like he is pretty powerful on this.
Yeah,
side.
on this first point specifically, you can use your turret and put it on height. And it's just a lot of poke from the Torbjorn. It's very difficult to deal with.
It's very menacing with the hammer.
But besides that, we're getting a similar look here for Tarleton. Dampish Penny gonna go ahead and lock in the Brig. We're gonna get a
Sigma on the other side.
yeah, Sigma from Jammin'. That shield providing a little bit of value. Fried Rice is getting dangerously low. He's gonna be forced to give up height. A nice anti landed onto Vowel as well. His target's taken out.
We are also
Chico
gonna see
red.
a Brig on the side of Chico.
Clearly playing aggressive. Fried Rice trying to play around the cart, keep himself up. A nice stomp there landed, and that's going to be taken out. GG not close. Bob's going to get found by Power. Jammin' taking down the 1 HP. He'll go down the Fried Rice as well, but all the kills getting traded out here by Chico. So this fight's not quite over yet. Dampish Penny with a nice kill on the start, traded by Power, and it's now 2 versus 2. But with Fried Rice still up, I feel like Tarleton might have this one. Power taken out. Oh, and Fried Rice just trying to keep himself up on sitting on 5 HP, and he's able to live.
That was a great pick by Vowel to keep his tank alive and make him not staggered.
Yeah, I believe Anna tried to chase him down, but it's Vowel to put a stop to it. And Tarleton in face of all the aggression from Chico there at the beginning of that fight. And I will say the Sig Shield seems pretty useful here. Controlling some of this high ground. Limits the Torbjorn just a little bit. Take a look at Zorst now, also playing height. Bob's going to rotate over to him. We're going to get a Reaper teleport. He'll instantly fall off though after taking down the half HP. A nice shot from Zorst, taking out the support.
Zorst. May cancel this execute by Chico just because
Zorst
they lost that support.
Canceling the execute single-handedly with that. But now we're looking at the re-engage from Chico. And it'll be Zorst to actually get found first. Nice shot from Power. Immediate follow-up by the ultimate. Along with the nano invested. So a big ult's being invested here from Chico. Val doing what he can to try and take out this Ana. Not quite able to land all the shots. It's going to be Bob to go down. GG not close. Brig ultimate invested from Dampish. Or that's not Dampish Penny, excuse me. That was Stark's Brig ultimate. And that'll be enough to take out Fried Rice and eventually win the point here for Chico Red. But Tarleton clearly with a lot of these ultimates still available. I see all 5 up. So you have to be careful with how they invest these as we gear towards the second point. Chico doing a little bit of zoning here. Try and give himself the space around this first corner.
It's very similar to like you said earlier. Chico is going to have a little bit more of an advantage on this side, but Tarleton having all the ultimates.
It's going to be 2 ults invested here from Tarleton. Fried Rice is actually going to go down, but it looks like Tarleton should be okay as they actually forced out the Sig ultimate as well. So right there from Tarleton.
Just doing that to move away rather than to actually hit someone.
Yeah, we got the Brig ultimate and the Torbjorn ultimate utilized there to win that fight for Tarleton. So pretty good investment, not over-investing to win the fight. Now with the cage available, it's going to be Fried Rice to look to go in. He'll pop the cage, but he's getting focused here, and that's a nice Reaper ultimate. Taken out too. It's Dampish Penny and Fried Rice to fall down. Using the cage against them. Seemed like Chico Red were prepared for it.
Does seem like Tarleton is going to move over to Moira.
Fried Rice became an immediate target there after popping the cage. Chico Red wasted no time. And they were ready to deal with that ultimate. It's going to be a Kitsune to try and get Fried Rice to touch. Power's going to be taken out first by Dampish Penny. Fried Rice going to get slept. But it shouldn't be a big deal. That Kitsune putting in massive work from Bob. Zor's finding 2 huge kills. That will go down, but he should be able to come back before the start of this next fight. Man, this spectator thing is really messing with me as I'm being forced to click through individual players instead of being able to rotate to them.
Tarleton stalling for the amount of time here, just especially on this side of the cart, gives you a little bit hope.
All eyes on Zorst here. As he looks to find value with this ultimate. It's going to be Nano and the Sojourn ultimate invested from Chico Red. Reaper gets right in the face of Zorst. Zorst doing what he can to knock him off of high ground. Eventually he'll be successful. And we'll see if Overclock comes out or not. It's going to be Fried Rice to fall down, so he's going to go ahead and hold on to that ultimate for now. That second point has now been captured by Chico Red. Tarleton looking to defend here. As we get to the final stages of this one. Jammin taken down to about half HP, but he's going to be dropped. Zorst is going to get dropped by Jammin. And now, Fried Rice a little bit isolated, going to have to try and get himself out. He's stunned up. Support's doing a nice job to keep him up. As now...
Does seem like Tarleton's ult economy is about to be...
Oh, and Power just eliminating Dampish Penny right as he used the Coalescence. Completely canceling that ultimate is massive value, but Jammin is a little bit trapped here. Fried Rice doing what he can to take him out. They do get 1 for their trouble. And with the cage almost available, Fried Rice is trying to keep himself up, not able to do it. Power finding the kill. Overclock coming out from Zorst. We'll see if he's able to find anything. Taking out the shield from Sig. Good shot there on the Power, and it looks like Tarleton buying themselves enough time here for Fried Rice to come back with the cage. Good overclock from Zorse. Now we continue in this one. Fried Rice stunned up. It's going to be the nano for the Sig. Followed up by the cage from Fried Rice. Vowel finding first kill here onto Power. Fried Rice will fall. But 2 kills coming through for Vowel. The hammer's being pulled out. It's hammer time. Dampish Penny going to get the finish. Reaper ult's going to be invested. But he's the last one here. Oh, and a good slide backwards to bait Reaper in. And wow, Tarleton are somehow winning that fight. As Vowel pulls out the hammer. And Dampish Penny gets the kill into Jam, and eventually. Looking at some of these ults for Tarleton. They have Kitsune. Dampish Penny working on another Coalescence. Good Suzu from Bob to cancel the ante there. As Bob's being patient. Power's going to be spotted here on this flank. Fried Rice is going to be quickly slept and antied. He has to try and get himself out of there. Not able to do it. Bob's also going to get taken out before he can invest in Kitsune. Torbolt going to do as much as he can to stall. Good kill there from Valley. Can't get anything else though. Zorse follow up onto Jammin, so the tank is going to be eliminated. Kitsune, Bob has returned. And with Fried Rice back and no tank for Chico, it is looking good for Tarleton as they win all these fights. Nice stop. Dampish Penny with a double. And pending any last minute touches here, it's not going to happen. Tarleton take hybrid.
That was just a great fight all around. Bob getting picked off before his Kitsune was a little bit worrisome, but being able to come back so fast, being able to teleport in, made it just so much more winnable for the side of Tarleton. Sadly, it's not Hammer as the play of the game.
And Val was going to go ahead and earn this play of the game. A nice ultimate. And great shots, landing a nice double kill there. Tarleton take hybrid, and they even up the series 1-1. And I gotta say, like you were saying, it didn't look good when Bob fell without being able to use Kitsune along with Fried Rice going down. But I think Vowel's Torb ultimate there doing massive work, installing for enough time for those two players to return to the fight. Zorse also playing the high ground well, taking out the tank. Well done there for Tarleton as they got very close. As I've been saying throughout this one, this series kind of has that feel to it. It's going to be close. And there's going to be close fights and close maps. We just have to find out who wants it more, as we are now 1-1. As we wait for the next set of bans to come through. I believe we're looking at push here.
I believe that would be the map. Arguably, probably the least favorite game mode from players abroad.
Zorse gonna go ahead and lock the ban onto Esperanza. And we're pretty much gonna hop into this default map of Coliseo here, it seems, for Chico Red. And I say default map sort of to like kind of emphasize this is one of those that everyone kind of knows how to play. And you see it pretty often in these games. Curious to see what the opening comps are going to look like for both teams. As here we go, wasting no time. Series all even up 1-1. As we head into push on Coliseum. Damage Penny back on the Ana.
I don't know how you zip around without getting dizzy.
Hello.
Fried Rice once again. Locking in the Malga, Zorse, and Vowel gonna sort of swap roles. We get that Tracer and Sojourn combo. I say swap roles like Zorse wasn't already playing Tracer on the previous map, but really just for Vowel's case, as he'll be the one on Sojourn this time. We're gonna get a immediate engage here. Genji taking down to about half. Zorse doing a good job with these flanks and poking down Stark. He's getting spotted out by Genji, but he'll retreat to the safety of his team. We're actually getting a JQ from Jam in here to open us up. And I will say, Fried Rice has tended to match JQ players whenever he sees it in game. Finding first kill on the Suzy fan is nice. The Lucio taken out, but he's going to get traded out by Stark. But two follow-ups quickly here from Tarleton. Both DPSs are taken out by Dampish and Vowel. Jamming Stark finding a few more kills. Dampish Penny doing what he can, though. As now I believe it's just a tank remaining against these two supports. I don't know if Bob's able to win this one. Looks like he's going to be retreat. We're not getting that swap from Fried Rice just yet, as he continues to play into this JQ with the Malga.
And they're able to get a little bit of push just because of the staggering from Dampish Penny.
Chico didn't really take it too far. They get about 11 meters. Fried Rice is in a lot of danger here as that charge doesn't get him anywhere, and he's taking out Zorse. Also eliminated by Power. Oh, and a nice reaction. Good Suzy from Bob. I don't know if he's going to be able to live this one. He's doing what he can. Power's going to take him out. Dampish trying to get these players off of Vowel, but it's not enough. They all fall. And we are going to get a swap from Fried Rice. It wouldn't surprise me if we get a match of the JQ. We're about to find out. There it is.
There it is.
Zorse, in the meantime, eliminated by a Suzy with the Lucio boop. We'll see what Fried Rice is able to accomplish here as he works his way onto the point, immediately dropping from the bridge. Good anti-landed by Dampish Penny as this JQ's a little bit isolated. Fried Rice finding two, a good knife. Vowel taken out by Suzy. Suzy finding a double. Dampish Penny with the trade. But this JQ's still a problem.
Gonna be a 1v3 against the JQ here.
Yeah, with 3 players still available for Tarleton, you feel like a Jammin' still putting in work. He's gonna eliminate Zorse. Oh man, that knife's gonna land onto Val, pulling him off the high ground. He's trying to keep himself up with the movement. Doing a nice job at it. And once again, it's Fried Rice to open us up onto Suzy. Zorse eliminates Power. Seems like Tarleton finally getting a little bit of momentum here on push. Genji taken down very weak. That knife not quite landing, but it's going to be Zorse to find the kill anyway. And Suzy's actually going to go down again before even making it back to the fight. It's going to be Dampish to snipe him down. See how far Tarleton are able to get with this. Kitsune is going to be available as they get under bridge. It's going to be popped right now by Bob. Big damage landed onto Jammin'. He's going to get focused. Zorse is going to be the one to eliminate him. Suzy in trouble, trying to work his way away from Fried Rice. Not going to be able to escape. It's going to be Blade invested, eliminating Bob. So now both supports missing for Tarleton. Vowel So he was able to get done with this ultimate, the visor. Being pressured by both Susie and this Genji. A mission accomplished here for Tarleton as Fried Rice is able to push the point into the lead. All the players from Tarleton are going to fall, but not before Tarleton gains the lead.
Seems like Vowel's menacing hammer coming back out.
Yeah, we get another look at this Torbjorn. He's taken down dangerously low, and Jammin's going to get the finish onto him. Cass ultimate. Wow, Jammin with big value with that JQ ultimate. He finds a quadra kill. I think Fried Rice might have invested his as well. I don't know if he realized how many players were eliminated there. But being without that JQ ultimate. Go ahead.
This push getting a little dangerous for Tarleton just because they just got that checkpoint for that push.
Yeah, checkpoint secure,
so it may
but
be a little bit harder.
Tarleton were able to turn this one pretty quickly as now it's just Stark remaining. He's going to go ahead and teleport out of there. Oh, a nice knife. Let's see if they're able to do anything with this. Getting a lot of fighting over by the fountain. They're trying to kite out this Kitsune. Fried Rice not able to escape. Him and Bob will fall down. And Val's going to get caught by Power.
Yeah, I believe
And it
that.
looks like-
I feel like that chase was a little bit unwarranted, to be honest.
I think Chico almost baiting Tarleton in a little bit there. As they fought it out in the fountain, that Kitsune was more than enough to deal with Fried Rice before he's able to escape. Oh, great job there. Taking out the Lucio. Nice and early, so Tarleton with the advantage on this one. As Chico finally get it past 100 meters, Val's going to get found by the Genji dash. Zorus with a great shot there. Taking down the Genji to 1 HP as well. But unfortunately for Tarleton, it's now just Dampish and Fried Rice remaining. We'll see if they're enough to deal with this JQ. JQ ultimate invested. Fried Rice no way of healing as he's just anteed up. Jammin takes him out. And Dampish, a little bit trouble. Bob's gonna keep him up. Foul once again going down the power. So now we're getting the Zarya.
First time in the series.
Chico with a nice Kitsune on the bridge, paired up with this Genji blade. Zorus with nowhere to go, doesn't even know where to look. There's so much going on the screen. Tarleton in danger, losing push. All the kills. A couple are traded back here though. Fried Rice doing what he can to keep Tarleton in the game. He's eventually going to go down. Kitsune available. 2 ultimates invested for Tarleton. It's going to be the high noon. And it's going to get kited out by Chico as they reach 137 meters. There's the beat. Immediately capitalized on, taking down Bob. Another JQ ult. I mean, it just doesn't stop. Chico not relieving the pressure, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and close this one out.
Yeah, I feel like them chasing a little bit too much over in the fountain may have cost them that initial fight that they could have done a little bit better on, but still well played by the side of Tarleton. Just Jammin just being a really big issue.
And Jammin having a big map. And I also got to say, this composition from Chico, incredibly impressive. It felt like they were always in control, always putting pressure on Tarleton. Even though it seemed like Tarleton had gained control of the robot for a minute, Chico would waste no time in re-engaging. Like, if you were to compare the amount of time that Chico had established control of the robot to Tarleton, I would argue Tarleton had it less than a quarter of the time on that map. And that's a lot of credit to Chico there.
Chico just being aggressive. Able to maintain control is just really hard for the side of Tarleton to be playing from behind.
Yeah, the aggressiveness of the Lucio speed along with dive threat from Genji and Tracer. and the speed from JQ was more than enough for Chico to go ahead and take Coliseo. You can kind of see why they lean towards picking that as their map, as they now lead the series 2-1. And I believe we're going to be looking at Flashpoint here for game number 4. As yeah, it's going to be pointed out by Jammin, it is Tarleton's ban for Flashpoint. And it looks like it's going to be Tarleton's pick, actually. So they're going to go ahead and choose Suravasa, which is one of those Flashpoint maps we've seen from us all year long. So I'd argue just a little bit of a comfort pick for our players, as Tarleton looks to try and even up the series at 2 apiece. Still a lot of Overwatch left to be played. These BO7s are no joke.
Very much so.
We're about to hop into this one. 5 more seconds here before we see the Tarleton composition. Kind of a brawl look here for Tarleton. We have Ramatra, Bob on Juno, Source on May, Vowel Reaper. And it's going to be Dampish Penny to actually take up the Kiriko this time. Val's going to go ahead and take as much base as he can. But it's going to be that speed composition once again for the side of Chico. This time with an Ashe to provide a little bit more of that poke. Good first pick onto Jammin' by Fried Rice. It's going to be the Reaper putting in work as well. Fried Rice finding an early 2. Let's Tarleton go ahead and take control of this first point. Getting Fried Rice going early here is definitely what you want to see.
I believe it's going to be the first time we see Juno.
And there's the May wall. It's going to be countered and quickly broken here from Chico Red. Yeah, it is first time Juno, you are correct. Oh wow, not really sure what just happened. GG not close. Phoenix fails, taken out 2. Jammin' will eliminate Fried Rice, and it is a complete cleanup. Val doing what he can, but Tarleton able to get it to around 70% before they lose control of the point. So I kind of missed that, where that fight started. Zor's looking for an angle to a wall and giving his team space, but unfortunately he's going to fall to an Ashe headshot. It'll be GG not close. Fried Rice doing big damage onto Jammin'. He'll take him out. So with a nice pick there, Tarleton might have an opportunity to go in. Fried Rice continuing to put in damage. Bob's going to go ahead and truck Dampish Penny. Take him out. And that Bob is putting in work. Bob will take out Bob. Never thought I'd be saying that sentence. And it's going to be the ultimate investment from Fried Rice along with Vowel. They're trying to win this fight single-handedly. Zorse has made it back. I don't think Zorse is going to be able to do any more, as he's the last one left for Tarleton. He's trying to keep himself alive on the point, stalling with the ice block to try and touch for his team. And he's able to do it. But I'm not sure Zor's finding one, traded out. Yeah, it's not really possible. It's gonna be Chico to take that first point.
If you're the side of Tarleton here, you got to be a lot more wary of the Ashe playing. Seems like they're not really respecting the Ashe to the standard that she should be.
Some of the poke provided from the Ashe there, I think, was huge in securing that one for Chico. As when Zor's was looking to try and find an angle for his wall, Zor's pretty much went down instantly to the headshot. It's going to be Kitsune to try and establish control at this point. It's going to be kited out from Chico. But it does earn Tarleton a little bit of priority here. Ooh, a nice pick from Dampish onto Susie Fan before that Reckoning comes through. But unfortunately, it's going to be Bob to get traded out. Vowel finding one pick. He's going to go in here onto the Ashe, finding a double kill. Jammin trading two in response, but I think it's just him left. And with Fried Rice and Vowel chasing him down, they should be able to take him out. Stark not able to do anything. Fried Rice finding two.
And that was a great stagger as well.
Yeah, it should be Tarleton once again to get control of this point. Chico are going to kind of work right towards Vowel here. Vowel not going to try and test this one. He's not going to stick around. He's going to reposition with the teleport. Fried Rice can continue to track these players. Now they work their way onto site. Bob's going to fall first to GG, not close. Fried Rice looking to get this kill into Genji, not quite able to take him out. A lot of ults are getting invested for Chico. And Fried Rice is actually going to do what he can to stall out this point even longer. He's actually going to find a kill too. Ultimate is going to be popped. Fried Rice trying to 1v9. It's going to force the blade out at the very least, and Tarleton gets to 90%. Oh, the spot from Vowel. Not quite able to find the kill. There's the June ultimate coming out from Bob. Fried Rice looks to go in here. There has to be a touch from Chico. They are going to touch. Kitsune from Bob. Good ultimate from Vowel. He finds two. That could be more than enough. A big opening three for Vowel.
Both the supports down and Jammin down.
Final kill will be secured by Bob. It'll be second point for Tarleton.
Very close matchup. 1-1 in the series, 1-1 in the game.
2-1 in the series, but
2-1 in the
try.
series. Sorry. It'll be 2-2 in the series soon.
Admire your confidence for sure. Tarleton are going to work the way on this point first. Was really nice flank there in that last fight from Vowel. It will find himself
having a
3
lot less
kills.
presence that point.
And once again, it's going to be the Lucio caught out by Zor's. There's the Reckoning invested. A good Suzu there from Bob. Removes the effect off of, or Stampish Penny with the Suzu. My apologies. Bob will fall. Fried Rice.
Both supports down on the side of Chico.
It seems like once again, Tarleton doing a nice job of controlling these points early. And I got to give credit to the right person, Tampish Penny with the Suzu, to remove that effect off of Fried Rice. And they're able to properly zone these players and pick off the 2 supports like he had said. Big damage for Fried Rice, almost taking out Jammin immediately. But it's actually going to be Zor's to go down to the headshot from GG, not close. Ultimate's available for Fried Rice. We'll see if he chooses to invest it here. He's going to wall up to buy himself more time. Dampish Penny's going to get found by GG, not close. Has 2 picks for the Ashe. Are helping out Chico a lot. Fried Rice going to do what he can to stall the point. But eventually, 68% is all they're going to get. Take a look at Zor's. He has the May ultimate. We'll see if this is the difference maker for Tarleton. Oh, and unfortunately for Vowel, he gets booped off the map. And that beat coming out at the perfect time to cancel his ultimate. Fried Rice also getting booped by Suzy Fan. It's the Lucio coming up huge here, as he finds himself a triple, eliminating the last player in Dampish Penny. Dampish going 1-for-1 onto the Ashe.
And I believe this makes Tarleton have one more push onto the site for this point.
And what a well-timed beat. The beat not only canceling the Reaper ult, but also the follow-up with the boop, eliminating Val. It's going to be Fried Rice to look to engage with his ultimate. This Bob's going to be a little bit of a problem, but it's going to be the ultimate. Juno ultimate keeping themselves up. So many ultimates being popped. Fried Rice going to find a kill, jam him with a follow-up of 2.
That's a great bell by Dampish Penny once again, canceling out the Junker Queen ultimate.
Oh, nice slow there from Fried Rice. He's doing what he can here. Tarleton was able to capture the point during all the chaos. All these players are coming back now. Fried Rice taking down a little bit low. He's going to eliminate Phoenix Fails. Jamming. He's going to be the next target. Fried Rice is going to chase him off point. He takes him out. That's a double for him. Vowel with another. And it's going to be Tarleton. They get the point.
Not quite getting the... There we go. Still a little bit of time, but finally eliminating Stark, staggering out the side of Chico. And I believe in game modes like these, it's best of 3, correct?
Yes, first to 3 on Flashpoint will take the map or take the game. I'm
Yeah,
very impressed with Fried
Match
Rice's play on Ramatra here so far. As his damage seems to be kind of like going over the top, doing more than the JQ, it seems. JQ's having a lot less impact than it did on Coliseo, this double speed boost comp. As we see once again, Tarleton's gonna get priority on the objective. Kitsune gonna be used by Stark. Vowel finding first kill onto Suzy, and it's gonna be the Fried Rice ultimates come out. Vowel finding another kill. 2 for Vowel. Last player remaining here is Stark. The Ashe is actually still up as well. It's GG not close. Vowel gonna do what he can to zone these players off. He's sitting on 5 HP though. He has to be careful. A great shot from GG not close. As now it's kind of up to Fried Rice. He's sitting low though. He's not gonna be able to do it.
They were able to stall enough time to flip over the objective and just be able to get a little bit of percentage.
Yeah, with no healing available, Stark and GG not close are able to clutch that one up for Chico. Visor almost available for Vowel. There's the Kitsune from Dampish Penny. Followed up by the Visor from Vowel. He's going to take out GG not close. He looks to keep himself up. That Bob doing big damage. But it looks like they should be okay here. As Tarleton get the point back. Lucio's going to get spotted here on the flank.
A little bit scary for the soldier to try to push the Lucio just because of the edge of the map.
Oh, and it seems like Fried Rice is able to catch out Phoenix Fails completely off guard with that wrap. That's a big stagger. Now Chico have to waste even more time here. And Bob having his ultimate just about ready. Beat's gonna be invested, keep jamming up. That's a nice wall there. Even better freeze, but unfortunately for Tarleton, Bob's gonna go down before he can use his ultimate. Fried Rice only finding 1, the Blade from Phoenix Fails getting 3. We'll see if Tarleton has enough time to re-engage. It looks like they're gonna try to go for it as that speed boost is being popped by Bob. And having the Juno ult up could be exactly what Tarleton needs.
Initial picks from Ashe there, just being able to catch Bob off guard. Made it.
Oh, and Tarleton are not able to get the touch. Super unfortunate. Val is also going to get found by GG not close. Fried Rice is in a little bit of danger. He's actually going to take out Jammin. So a good kill. But how much more is he able to do as he's completely surrounded. Dampish Penny is also fallen down. Fried Rice eventually just going to elect to jump off the map so he doesn't get himself too staggered. Zor's finding an elimination. We'll see if Tarleton without their tank are able to keep control of this point here in the beginning. Vowel finding big kills. Bob with another one onto Stark. Huge individual kills and a nice job to secure once again. It feels like on Flashpoint Tarleton have been able to secure these points first. It's just a matter of finishing them. As this one's coming down to the wire, the winner of this point takes Flash, which could be huge as in the remainder of the series. Jammin' gonna go straight in. It's gonna be Bob using his ultimate. Dampish Penny's gonna go down. But it's gonna be Vowel to take out one. He's gonna look for the second onto Stark. Not quite able to get it. Fried Rice is gonna fall. And Jammin' picking up 3. Tarleton get about halfway there.
Hello there.
It's just a well-fought map from both sides.
Yeah, we're seeing kills and ultimates getting traded back and forth. Zorse with a swap onto Cass. Fried Rice with their Ramatra ultimate once available again. Doing nice damage onto a few of those players. We'll see if Tarleton look to go in here. Zorse with a huge pick. And there it is. Fried Rice's ultimate being deployed. These players on the run. He finds 2. Dampish Penny with a third onto Stark. And now, all eyes look to Vowel. Reaper
Makes
ultimate
it to
available.
where I believe Chico only has 1 or 2 more pushes in order to maintain control of the point.
And you see this a lot.
It actually
The
might
Death
just be 1
Blossom is
more.
a good zoning tool here for Tarleton. But it looks like he's going to like to stay on point and try to deny this touch. We'll see how he uses it. This player taken pretty low. He's going to be eliminated immediately. The beat's not going to come out soon enough. So now Chico playing without their tank, but a lot of ultimates.
Both DPS ults coming out.
A good attempt there for Tarleton. But Chico are eventually going to get the point back. They invest Blade, Beat, and I believe 1 more ult.
It was
I may have
Bob.
missed there.
Bob
He has the
ultimate,
Bob from Ash.
ultimate.
So we'll see if that ult
Making this
economy...
1 more fight just for map point.
Yeah, I believe ult economy could play a big role here. 'Cause Chico not having much to use here. But both support ultimates are available for Tarleton. It's going to be a Coalescence to lead us in. Dampish Penny going to make his way on the point, followed up by a Kitsune from the other side. Jammin' taken down pretty low. A Kitsune from Bob being used. Jammin's going to get taken out, and that JQ ult's going to get canceled. Big kills for Tarleton. GG not close, taking out Zorse. Vowel finding another kill here.
Yeah,
And now
even if
all the
GG
players are falling for
winning the
Chico.
map.
It's going to be Tarleton. We're all tied up. It's 2-2.
And I believe in a best of 7, you only need 4 maps, unless Overwatch is different.
It is 5. First to 5.
It's 5. First to 5.
Or actually, you might be correct in that it might be first to 4. I'm not entirely sure.
Experiencing in a digital media major, realizing math for the first time.
I mean, BO7 4 would be correct, I believe. But for some reason, I thought it was 5. But 4 would make sense.
We have our
I might want to message.
guessing
I might want to message someone about that, because you think about it. If I think it's a series point or championship point, I could make a mistake by announcing the winner. So I might just go ahead and do that right now to actually confirm whether or not. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm messaging my team of advisors right now. So it looks like we are going to get a 5-minute break here for the first time in the series. So finally some of the action comes to the close. We're all tied up. It's 2-2. I'm going to cut us to a short break. We'll be back momentarily. Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and bring us back now as we take a look at the picks and bans. This series is all tied up. We're getting treated to an amazing game. We're looking at 2-2 between Chico Red and Tarleton State in grand finals here for Overwatch NECC. It's gonna be Junkertown banned from Zorse as we head into Escort here on our 4th game, or it's actually 5th game. Time flies. And Chico looking at talking this one over before they go ahead and lock in their pick. As this series has gotten close once again. It's interesting too because in these previous games, Chico's been pretty decisive about what they wanted to play when it's been up to them. They were quick to go with the Coliseo, obviously very confident there. So they're really thinking this one over as the winner of this one puts themselves on series point. So it's pretty important. And eventually it's going to be Circuit. This one's kind of a classic. It's one of those where kind of just always see it. But it kind of never gets old, you know?
Right.
But here we go.
Circuit's one of those maps that the Ash from Chico, I believe it was GG not close, that could be pretty beneficial for them.
Yeah, it could be given an opportunity to shine, but there are like high ground and things you got to control, which could be a little bit vulnerable to dive for the Ash. So we're gonna have to see how that affects the look here, the compositions for both teams. But let's go ahead and open up here onto Tarleton. You see once again Bob back on the Kiriko.
Don't even know what happened.
Letting Dampish Penny know you've done a great job. But I'm here to take up my role again. Dampish Penny.
We are gonna see. I believe that's Vowel on the Widowmaker for the first time this series.
And this is something we haven't seen yet. It's the Hazard from Fried Rice. Very impressive dive tank. But yeah, it is going to be Val in the Widowmaker. You are correct. Zor's back on Sojourn. Here we go. 2-2. We're all evened up here. Winner of this pushes us to series point. Jam's going to go ahead and start us off on Sigma.
They're going to see that Chico is also going to have a Widowmaker.
Fried Rice is going to get quickly slept and taken out by Power. GG not close. Eliminating Vowel. Quick start here for Chico Red as they defend this first point. Vowel's not going to play around for too much longer with that. He's going to go on to Genji. And Fried Rice off the Hazard onto the Winston. Might be looking at an Ashe Mercy or a Sojourn Mercy. Huge picks coming through for the 2 DPS. It's Val to take out Jam and Zor's onto Power. These players are forced to run away. Rez is going to be landed by Suzy Fan, but Fried Rice is continuing to apply the pressure as he does not let up, and Tarleton gain space and gain control of this corner as they continue to push this cart forward. So clearly the swaps are paying off there early. That was going to get antsy.
High ground spot I was mainly talking about, at least on this initial point. Just very, very hard to get any snipers out from that area up there.
Val gonna use block, keep himself up just about. Fried Rice getting antied, Suzy by Bob. And an early Kitsune, I don't know what just happened. Oh, it was a sleep landed by Dampish Penny. Ultimate invested by the Widowmaker. Zorz tries to focus down the Mercy. Dampish Penny will fall, but Bob's gonna be quick to trade, and Tarleton are right on the brink of this first point. It's gonna be a dive attempt onto the Widowmaker. Fried Rice is gonna take him out. A quick res landed onto Power. And the Sojourn ultimate coming out. Fried Rice is continuing to do what he can to try and keep these people down. Jammin's gonna take out Zorz. I don't think Fried Rice can do anything else. He's going back in with the Primal. Taking the Sojourn down to 1 HP, eventually removes her. And he gets to keep his life, so we'll see if Tarleton's able to play into this advantage with no res available for the Mercy right now. And there's the Nano onto Winston. Fried Rice continuing to do so much as he looks to dive in these backline players. Power taken incredibly weak. He's eventually taken out. Fried Rice, so much value with the Winston. Zor's finding 2 picks onto Suzy Fan and Jammin. Now Tarleton are going to capture this point. GG not close. Not going to live. It'll be Vowel to take him out on the Tracer.
Getting the first checkpoint.
Yeah, first checkpoint secured, and I'd argue the Winston, kind of the MVP there.
Yeah, being able to stay alive that long, especially being so oppressive onto the Sojourn, making Mercy just use her res twice in that fight.
And Dampish Penny with the early sleep onto the Sig. Got to give credit to that. Kitsune being used by Bob here. Trying to get onto Zorz here, but he's actually going to go down the Power, so unfortunately Overclock not going to find anything. And eventually Tarleton is going to elect to give this up. Wait for their 2 DPS to respawn. Dampish Penny's not able to get out of there. Jamp and will remove him.
Making quite a bit of progress from the first checkpoint to the second.
But now you got to push these players off height once again, which is a challenge in itself. It'll be Fried Rice to look to do so. Zor's gonna get headshot here by GG not close, so a big pick for Chico Red. See what Val's able to do on this flank. He's gonna get spotted out, forced to recall. Shot's not quite landing onto Power. Anti's quickly Suzied here by Bob. Fried Rice continues to look to dive in on these backline players. Good nano there. And with the primal available, Fried Rice can play incredibly aggressive. GG not close, finding first kill. It's going to be the primal propped by Fried Rice. I don't want to get off of him. He's doing so much. This on is going to be pushed out into the middle of the open. He's going to be taken out by Dampish Penny, his counterpart. Mercy removed.
The Mercy.
And with no supports, it looks like Fried Rice might be able to zone these players off. That's exactly what he's going to do. GG not close, eliminated. This Winston is just unstoppable right now for Tarleton.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Nothing much to add, just Fried Rice just being able to keep control and just keep
doing an
Tarleton
excellent
just
job.
in these fights.
Fortunately, Val's going to get caught there. But that was GG not close to take him out. Big anti-landed on the Fried Rice, but he's not able to stay alive, actually. Ooh, wow, and power. Landing a nice headshot onto Zorse. Give me a Bastion swap from Val. He's taken down pretty weak. Not able to keep himself up either. So Chico establishing a little bit more of the control. We're going to get our Matras drop from Fried Rice. Now that these chokes are a little more, they're not as open anymore. Not as much space to move as Winston.
It seemed like we were gonna go. I think I saw a Widow gun. I may have been wrong. I did.
Yeah, this is going to be Vowel. Playing the Widow. See if he's able to land an opening shot here. Kitsune is going to be used from Bob. Zorse getting right in the face of GG not close. He takes him out. Overclock available as well. Focusing down this Ana on the right side. Fried Rice trying to take him out. Doing whatever you can. Eventually he'll go down. It'll be Dampish Penny to get it. And now Tarleton's in the closing stages of this one. Nano is available. Might be waiting for this Ramatra ult to get a little closer. We'll see if he uses the invested early or not. He is going to use it. It's going to be a traded Nano. Val's going to get eliminated by GG not close. Suzy fan in trouble. But Fried Rice is going to get slept. Keeping this Zenyatta alive. And eventually he'll go down. Power finding 2.
Does leave Tarleton at one more push to solidify the deal and getting through checkpoints.
That was interesting.
Val's been really experimenting on circuit here. This might be the 5th or 6th different character I've seen him lock in so far.
We don't need ultimates. It's all good.
But he's on the soldier here as we're near the final point. Or I should say the final fight of this final point. Fried Rice has got to keep himself careful. That Discord orb caused him to take a lot of damage.
Zenyatta getting the one shot, just not being able to get picked off yet.
Zorse, big first kill onto GG not close. He's going to get traded out by Power, but now with their Matcha roll up. We'll see how Fried Rice chooses to get this one. Tarleton was able to control high ground in the meantime. Bob getting a kill onto Power. And with no more block available for Sig, it's going to be the Zen ult to buy more time.
That's exactly what Fried Rice may have been waiting for.
And Fried Rice has to try and stay on point here. That's the most difficult part of all of this. He was able to get back on, so no C9 for Tarleton just yet. Kitsune being popped. Zor's finding 2 kills, or he's taking out the Bob and the Zen. Jamming with a good ultimate. And unfortunately, all the players from Tarleton are going to go down. But they were able to push it pretty far. That third choke is kind of notable for being difficult to capture. Difficult to get through there at the end.
Very much so. It's any similar to their hybrid point on Numbani. Tarleton was able to shut out Chico. And maybe the same case for this map.
The only thing here now is Tarleton's not feeling nearly as safe, considering they didn't capture that third point, so pressure's on a little bit.
Now they're a win-or-lose situation, no drawing.
Why seek answers when we do
And this time we're gonna get a first look at Fried Rice's Sigma in this series. Very good for defense on this map in general. It's kind of what he saw jamming on it, pretty much on every single point. Bowell's not gonna swap off the soldier. He's gonna go ahead and stick on it. Just keeping himself on a pretty well-rounded pick, comboing that poke damage with Zorus on Sojourn. And Damage Penny will also remain on the Ana.
Over here.
Attackers incoming.
An unwanted variable moves the payload. A threat emerges. Evidence suggests a sniper.
G
Yeah,
not
gonna see
close
the
is gonna
Sigma
start
be
on the
Sigma.
Widowmaker. We'll see how long Tarleton are able to stall at this first point from their high ground positions. They're actually going to be forced off of the bridge. Oh, a little dangerous. That rock almost connecting onto Zorus. But a big pick from Vowel. That's the tank eliminated. Jammin's taken out. So now Tarleton are able to push forward here and zone these players away. Power ticking down low, but he's going to get to live. It's a good effort from Tarleton, able to focus down the tank and get control of this this first corner, which is pretty big. You want to try and defend this corner for as long as you can, stall for that time.
Yeah, the DPS and the healers just have to be very attentive of the Widowmaker, making sure to not get their heads
Exactly,
clipped
and
off.
that's kind of why you see Tarleton not really peeking into this choke, where that Widow remains to be dangerous. Fried Rice kind of in the thick of all the action. Good Susie from Bob, but he's taking a lot of damage. Fried Rice going to heal a lot of that up, and it's a counter ultimate from Bob. Kitsune is going to be used. Big rock and the kill landed onto Jammin. It's going to be the nano canceled, I believe. I think Susie invested the nano there. And now Tarleton once again pushing these players away. The start on this defense is looking amazing.
Yeah, even if they don't maintain this point, the amount of time that they're wasting is just magnificent.
Tarleton having few ultimates available to them as well now. The nano.
Having Nano and in Sigma ultimate, I've got the action name.
Widowmaker ultimate's going to be invested. And Nano's going to be used to save Fried Rice. We'll see if he follows up with his own ult. Not quite able to. He gets taken out. Zorus using the overclock takes out one in power. Visor also invested. Vowel taking out Stark. See how much he's able to find here. Susie's also going to get eliminated by Vowel. So a huge
That's
2
both
kills.
the supports down.
But now it's just Dampish Penny and Bob to try and win this one out. Bob's going to be taken out by Jammin. Jammin going huge for the side of Chico. Are Tarleton able to get down and touch before Chico are able to capture? Fried Rice is going to attempt to. He is able to get the touch, but he's not going to live. Fortunately, investing the Sigma and trying to do that. But a good attempt there from Fried Rice. Val getting poked down pretty hard. All these players sitting his heels. And Fried Rice is in a little bit of trouble as he gets solo ulted and taken out by Jammin. Without their Winston, it's a difficult position for Tarleton to try and play into. Vowel's going to be eliminated by Power.
Being caught a little off guard.
And these players are slowly falling one by one, staggering in between these fights. Jammin picking up big 2 kills onto both supports, so Fried Rice really has no way of going in without any healing. And look at Jammin, man. This guy is looking unstoppable as he eliminates Zorus. GG not close. Another stagger onto Fried Rice. And that is a quick second point for Chico Red. Val is going to get taken out again. And Bob's kind of on the run. Jammin continuing to push forward. This guy is not stopping.
Carried on the wind.
Get another
Yeah, the
tank
side of
swap
Tarleton
here.
has 3 minutes 30 seconds just to maintain this whole third portion of the escort.
And we are going to elect to go back onto Sigma. It's going to be high ground contested here for the side of Chico. Nano Kitsune, both combo jamming, eliminating Zorus. Power onto Dampish Penny. And this is looking dangerous for Tarleton. Ultimate invested onto Bob. Fried Rice in trouble. He'll get taken out. And I don't think Tarleton have any way of touching. They're going to go ahead and give this one up. A clean attacking half for Chico Red as they take that one pretty easily. Still with 3 minutes left to go there at the end.
Yeah, them not being able to stop the momentum that Jammin had just really was just really hard for them.
Take a look at Power's triple kill there at the end of their defense. And it is going to be Chico Red on series points. Tarleton having to win out the next 2 in a row to be champions. Chico only needing 1. And now this series gets even more intense. I believe Jammin pointing out that it's cycled back to control here.
I think of control points that I would like to see from the side of Tarleton. It's not Yizhong.
Yeah, one of those that I've Tarleton's played a couple times. I feel like they've had success on would be I can't remember the name. Shoot. It's the island one. If you know which one I'm talking about.
Let me see.
Jammin gonna ban Ilios.
It was Ilios, I believe, is the one you were talking about.
No,
unless
it's
you're
not that
talking
one.
about the
Starts with an S.
Volskaya Industry. No, I wish that came back. Talking about Nepal? No,
That is not an island.
it's close enough to it.
Samoa, yes, that one.
Samoa.
Tarleton played that one a couple times on control. And look, there it is. They go ahead and lock it in. I had a feeling that this was what's coming. With an NECC championship on the line facing series point, it's going to be Samoa for control. Tarleton look to once again even up the series at 3-3. Dampish indicating that they are ready as we get close to hopping into this. And here we go. First point of Samoa. Chico Red on series point. It's gonna be Fried Rice to start us off on the Zarya.
Only seeing it once before, and that was on the push map. Not finding much success, but
Yeah, it was one of those picks that he locked in at the end of push to try and turn that one around. So we didn't really get a chance to see much of it, but we're getting it here again. Be Vowel Reaper Zorse on Cass. Dampish Penny on Moira. And Bob on his classic Kiriko. Here we go. Big first point here. Vowel gonna work his way onto into the middle of the site here. Eventually gonna back his way out after fading. And with no fade available, Vowel does have to be a little bit careful here in his position. It's gonna be Zorse to actually get found out first by Power on the Tracer. That flank already providing some decent value here. Chico Red getting control, and Jammin's gonna get taken down incredibly low. Suzu's gonna keep him up. And now with Fried Rice being isolated, he's gonna get eliminated. And Chico, we're able to capture this one, and here they go. They put the pressure on. Bob's gonna fall. Dampish Penny trying to retreat. Jammin finding himself a triple. And with no way out, Tarleton are gonna have to look to group and reset. And the Zarya isn't gonna last long. Yeah.
Instead of the Cassidy, we are gonna get a Tracer.
Swap to Tracer, and the Zarya not lasting long. It'll be Ramatra once again for Fried Rice. Into JQ. Vowel finding first kill in the GG, not close. Pretty big value here for Tarleton. And wow, the JQ ultimate somehow earned up a good Suzu, but Fried Rice is getting dangerously low. Vowel finding a second kill onto Power. And it looks like despite the JQ ultimate, if Zorse can secure this kill, not quite able to do so. And with the Reaper respawn, Tarleton might be in a little bit of trouble here. But Fried Rice does eventually take out Jammin. He will fall. This fight is still ongoing. Coalescence available for Dampish Penny.
Not quite able to get the objective.
And despite taking out the tank, Tarleton not able to get control. 60% here for Chico and counting. And with Jammin back in the fight, Tarleton have to do something about this pretty quickly. Coalescence used for Dampish Penny, followed up by a Kitsune from Stark to counter. Bob and Zorse are going to go down first. Jammin on the back line. And it's not looking good for Tarleton. Jammin will fall, but at the end of the day, the damage has been done. Power with the triple kill. And a quick first point on control, pending any kind of touch here from Zorse. He's not going to make it any close. Unfortunately, Tarleton never really seemed in that one.
Yeah, the exchange of Fried Rice for Jammin there, just not being able to push onto the objective. Like, despite both tanks being down, I believe Chico were in a little bit better of a position to just maintain hold.
And the hope here is Tarleton not out of steam, because right there they did look a little bit flat. Not able to get anything going. A few trades here and there, sure. Vowel finding 2 opening kills, but it just wasn't enough to push on the point. Jammin and Stark doing an incredible job of stalling it out. And with that JQ ultimate, it just wasn't enough.
This does leave Chico at both series point and, well, mainly just series point and match
series
point.
point and game point for control for Chico. Tarleton facing the brink of an elimination here in the NECC Championship. Fried Rice gonna elect to stay on Ramatra. He's gonna work his way on the point. It's gonna be the JQ once again from Jammin. A nice speed boost there. Fried Rice doing a good job zoning these players on the bridge. Fade's gonna be forced out from the Reaper. Vowel finding first kill in the Power. Nice job, but he gets traded out. But it does look like Tarleton were able to control the site in the meantime. Fried Rice finding a kill into GG, not close. And Jammin is once again on the back line. Zorse under the pressure, feeling the heat. But he's going to go 1 for 1. A big trade there landed onto Jammin. And Tarleton do keep control of this point for now. It'll be Val to get in their face once again. Suzu's gonna be forced out. Power eliminated. That's a big opener. Val was doing a lot on this Reaper for Tarleton, especially even on that first control point where Tarleton were kind of out of it. Getting one step closer to the Death Blossom. Sitting about 85%. He's going to be aware of this Tracer flank as well. He's going to move towards that. Kitsune rush. And unfortunately for Fried Rice, he's going to get pulled in and immediately taken down Suzy Fam with another one onto Bob. Jammin taking out Zorse, and after getting about halfway there, Val going to do what he can to stall. But he is eventually eliminated and dealt with.
Time to get clever.
Talking about halfway there. Got to choose how to use these ultimates now. And wow, not sure what happened to Dampish Penny there. GG Not Close is going to get that kill. Being without one of their supports now. Bob's going to have a lot of the weight on his shoulders. Dampish Penny going to work his way back quickly. Might be getting a Ramatra ult here soon. Cast ultimate coming through. Not gonna find anything. Zorse goes down. Val will find another one to Suzy. GG Not Close. Eliminating both the supports for Tarleton. It's a 4-piece for him.
Not
final one.
getting out of any of the ults from
Val is getting
Tarleton.
staggered, and it's gonna be a 5K for GG Not Close. The Death Blossom coming huge.
Yeah, the only ult expended from Tarleton though was just Deadeye by Cassidy there.
Yeah, you'd argue it's not the worst case scenario. Dampish Penny gonna lead in with the Juno ultimate now. Fried Rice doing big damage onto GG Not Close, almost forcing out the fade. He's actually gonna get the kill. Bob finding another one to power. A nice shot from him. Counter Juno ult gonna be used, but it's not gonna have any effect. It's just Jammin left. He's eliminated. Tarleton get control of the point. So Chico investing in the Juno ult there is actually huge for Tarleton in this one.
Yeah, and it also leaves Fried Rice with his ultimate, with Annihilation, just being able to keep it, as well as Death Blossom by Val.
Yeah, 3 massive ultimates. We also look towards the Kitsune from Bob. If they ult dump properly here, Chico won't have time to reset. There's a Kitsune from Bob. It's going to be kited out a little bit from Chico. Zor's finding a nice shot onto power. And now, with 2 more ultimates left, they're going to look to dump that here and try and end this game right now. Chico having the touch here within the next few seconds. We'll see if they're able to get that. And here we go. Fried Rice popping the Annihilation, Jammin finding the kill into Val. Suzy Fan taking out Bob. Zor's having to cancel his Deadeye immediately to try and eliminate these players. Fried Rice is eventually going to fall. And it's looking like the ult dump didn't quite work out for Tarleton there. My headset died briefly. I don't know if y'all noticed.
Nothing really much of note, just Jammin being able to withstand the ultimates, just being able to ignore the Annihilation, Crispy not being able to get a...
And I'll be honest,
the backline pit.
no ultimates available for Tarleton, and I'm not sure what Chico having their resources. Oh man, and it's a big ultimate. Fried Rice eliminated first. Jammin taking out. Dampish Penny finding one to GG Not Close, but it's not enough. Chico Red looking to close it out, pinning a miracle from Dampish Penny. He can't do it. Chico are your NECC champions for Overwatch as Tarleton falls here 4-2 in the final game of the series.
It was well fought by Tarleton. They should be proud of themselves despite the result. Just even making it all the way up here is already a challenge in itself, and especially against Chico, someone who's barely dropped 4 maps. Being able to get 2 maps onto them and going neck for neck against them is just quite something to hold your head high about.
Yeah, just kind of running out of steam there at the end, but a great series nonetheless, and an even better season from our Overwatch team. Very proud of it, what they were able to accomplish this year.
I may not be 100% certain on this, but I do believe I overheard that Overwatch is still going to be able to play and qualify for nationals. And so there is a big chance that you'll be seeing more of them soon.
Yeah, a lot to look forward to still. Unfortunate result. Congratulations to the other side here. Chico Red with an amazing undefeated season. They win. NECC Tarleton are your runner-ups. But nevertheless, we have Nationals Week coming up next week for several of our teams that you haven't seen play in a while. Even the ones that were eliminated early from playoffs. I believe League also qualifying for Nationals. And of course, there's Valorant, who were the NECC champions this year in Division 4. But yeah, reiterating that once again, Overwatch, great season. Unfortunate result here at the end, but that's going to do it here for us. Thank you guys for joining for the commentary. It has been Bjorddd and Schlitten. We are heading out. Thank you guys so much.
Y'all have a great night.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your night.